Hi guys, I just want to share with you a personal challenge. This is to take me out of my comfort zone. I've got black craft stock in my collection, 2 pads to be honest, and I was thinking, do I need to constantly make journals that are, I love my vintage and I love coffee staining and tea staining, and I do occasionally use the odd black page in my work, but can I actually make a junk journal predominantly just using black craft stock? So this is something I'm working on, and it's going to take a little while as I get pieces from my stash out, because I also don't want to make any purchases, and so it's a matter of seeing what I've got or updating things to bring it into this particular journal. So I have done some mixed media work. I've found a couple of gold envelopes. I've used an embossing folder. I'm looking at some of my embellishments that I have in my collection. I am using this tea stained muslin, and I've just got this last bit of tea stained rosette trim. I've got images in my stash. These are a beautiful collection of cards. I do tend to avoid using anything with glitter because it predominantly is covering everything, but I felt that I really do want to use these images from my stash, and so I feel that I found a nice way of incorporating them into this journal. I've got this old stamp in my collection. It's just a paisley one, so something big. I've got this gold paint. Let me find the gold paint. So I'm just using products that I've got that I want to use. This is from Wilkinson's, less than £1, but it's really working out quite nicely in this journal. So let's take you inside so you can see where I'm at. You can see I've done a square paper doily. I've just painted that up. It's white at the back at present moment. It's just got this beautiful gold little embellishment at present moment. I've done some painting on the black cardstock and literally taken a stamp and put a little card in the envelope just for the moment, and that one somewhere that I know I can journal on. Mixed media on the back, it will become a little bit more obvious as I turn the page. Just large bubble wrap with that gold paint. Now a lot of people are doing, and it's quite modern, to use tracing paper and to do sewing, and rather than putting journal lines down, I had to go, got my little mini sewing machine out, and I also realised that I could make a pocket, and then that way I could house some more of these lovely cards that I have in my collection, or I could journal on there, or I could add photographs as time goes by. Not sure what I'm going to do with all these ends at present moment. I've scraped on this page some of the gold metallic paint. This is from the embossing folder. I've made a pocket, used more of the rosette trim. That's it, it's finished with, so I have no more. I've got small black lace in my collection. That's from that lovely Wicked stamp that I've got. That's the other side of the embossing. I don't have rubbing buff in my collection, so I've only got that gold paint. I tried putting it on with fabric, sort of like, and I tried looking for a sponge. I know it's pretty gaudy at present moment. I did then try and go over with black stays on to try and calm it down a little bit. But I'm going to put a pocket underneath, and I think that will, by the time we've got a tag or something in front, you can see it's really only going to be a background image, but it looks pretty intense at present moment. Done some stenciling, back to that stamp, a little bit of sewing, still got these fluffy ends. Another piece here with the tracing paper, more stenciling. I've just trapped a gold doily behind the tracing paper at present moment. I'm not sure what image I'd put behind there, but I'm sure we'll put another image behind. We've got this little gold envelope. It's part of a stationery set. I've got about 10 of those. I've done all the stationery. They've all been posted out. And because I wanted to enclose other items, these envelopes really are quite small when you're thinking about sending them abroad. Done a little belly band here with elasticated lace, a little bit of that muslin, and a beautiful little blingy angel behind there. That's the centre for the moment. Image, excuse me, an image that I've got trapped behind the tracing paper, but that can be brought out and journaled on. And you can see I've just got this lovely star behind, a few more places, a few more lines with the sewing machine. Not even going to try and squidge that behind the tracing paper. So this is my gold and black with my sewing. Another little envelope here. So it's got a pocket. It's just an envelope that's been folded, glued down, and then this lace applied over the top, and then you can tuck that behind. So this is where I am at present moment, trying to challenge my perception of using coffee and tea stain paper. I mean, you can use coloured paper, that's not a problem at all, but can I use a black paper pad to its best advantage? Well, that's what I'm having a go at as we speak. I know that I could attempt to journal using these Sharpies, but I don't particularly want big blobs of like a oily grease mark, and that's what my concern is at present moment. So that's why the journal lines have come in. I want to use some embellishments that I've got in my stash. These are bibs and bobs. I mean, we've got Christmas decorations, we've got buckles, we've got clips. I mean, I've got Christmas decorations. So it's a matter of work in progress, but I just wanted to give you a little insight as to what's going on in the background, and hopefully over the next sort of so many weeks, maybe after Christmas, we'll be working on this on a week-to-week basis, and we'll see how it grows. Catch up with you later, guys. Bye bye.